G'day and welcome back to another tree styler video. Just a reminder, this is part 3 for the Ficus Bonsai restyle. If you haven't seen part 1 and 2, head over to the playlist where you'll find those videos, and you'll also find other episodes and playlists for all the videos on my channel. Thanks to all the legends out there that have subscribed, really appreciate it, and it's a good feeling to know that there's people out there willing to watch the tree styler videos. Stay tuned for part 3. G'day and welcome back. It's been some time since I worked on this ficus. As you can see, it's got plenty of growth, plenty of new leaves, plenty of branches. However, there's too many branches. All I've done is just let it go. You can see the old cut marks there. Now, here's the difference. This one I believe I used the, if I can get it out of the way, the black paste, Steri, whatever it is, Steri black. This one, I believed I used the clear. Now, I'll have to double check that, and I'll put a comment. Also, this branch, this aerial root, this big one here, needs to be chopped off. You can see that there. I might give you a close-up look. Alright, let's have a little zoom. This is what I'm used to. Okay, so that's that aerial root that I thought distracted the trunk, because you've got the trunk movement this way, coming back that way, and I thought that it just distracted from the movement of the trunk, which I thought was pretty good. Well, there is movement. Whether it's good or not, that's I guess, my opinion. Definitely not straight. It's not going to be a formal upright, that's for sure. What I mean by too many branches, here's a classic example. Here, it's got the aerial root coming up, which is fine. Then it flows into these two. I only want to have one of those. And there's odd branches everywhere, like here and here, which I need to get rid of. Also, this one, I just thought there was too many and it was fattening up this part of the trunk, so I removed one. Some of the leaves, they're older leaves, started to die off, which is fine. We've had massive amounts of rain, and now it's really hot. It's actually summer now in Australia. My plan today is I'm going to defoliate it, then I'm going to do branch selection, and then see what I'm left with. Now, there is a quicker way of doing this. You can just use your fingers, which is pretty tough actually. I've got really good sharp scissors. There's not that many leaves really. If it was, I have just stripped them, I think just by pulling them, but then that rips off this, whatever the name of this is. Someone can fill me in. I just call it the leaf base, but it does rip all that off, which I prefer not to, because ultimately the leaves are going to grow out of that spot. Just give a quick spin around at this point. That's definitely not the front, and definitely not the front. I prefer this front here. So that's what I'm going to work with. I think I identified it earlier in the commencement of this series of videos. Leaves are quite big at the moment. I hope to reduce those in the future. But at the moment, not too many. Starting to flow a bit of sap, which is fine. Did notice a couple of scale, so I might have to treat the tree and remove those. Not too many. So just working through the tree. Hear the funky music. almost done. Almost done. Makes it so much easier to see what you're doing. Doing the top now. Last one. And clean out this one. There we go. Massive difference. Certainly makes it easier to identify these branches. So now, I'm going to change tools. So, preferred front. There. I've got in this section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are coming out the widest point. This is no good to me. That I don't want that there. Now choosing these is no real. Now if this is my front, I probably don't want a scar on this side. So take that one off. This one. No. This one at the back. I do need a back branch, I'm mindful of that. Now while I'm here, I'll get rid of this one as well. Just, it's not doing anything. Clean that up a little. I'll remove that one as well. Just mindful of the tree getting inverse taper. That's all. I want to try and keep the taper going from the bottom to the top. You can see here where those 3 input, it causes the swelling, which is what I don't want. Let me have a look, see what that looks like from the front. So yeah, you can't see any of those. Can't really see the swelling either, so I'm just going to leave that. I've got this branch poking me straight in the eyeball. He's going to go. Now I've got a left. I might keep this one here growing a little bit longer because it's actually on the widest point. I don't really need this one. Also, I might keep this one, get rid of these two are very parallel with each other. And that one's smaller, I'll just clean up this little bit. Now out of these two, same again. This is my front. I don't want to see a scar. So that one's going to go. There's 2 here. That one's going to go. So that will be my back branch. This one. I don't need this one. That's those aerial roots. There's another little one in there. This one here is hidden. It's not doing a lot. Is it going to be, unless I feed it back gently through this hole, so I have it coming out this way. That's an option too. Definitely a back branch here. Actually, I don't think I'll need that one. I'll try and feed it through. If it breaks, so be it. I'll retain it. If not, I'll let it go. That wasn't that wasn't a hard decision then. That one's got to go. Okay, spinning back around the front. So here, now this one here is almost a bar branch, and it's in this section here, which I don't find desirable. So I'm going to remove that one. So left, right, and you can just see the rear branch here. I've got definitely here. This one is no good. Now this branch here, possibly. Now the same here, I've got this part, it's going in. Do I need those branches at all? It's on the inside curve. I don't think so. And that almost is like a bar branch. And look, I don't need a back branch, I've already got plenty. A left, a right, or, sorry, a right, a left, or, I'll get it. A right branch, a left branch, potential another left branch. I've got a rear branch, there, and the other side, just here. Then working my way up, still, I'm looking at these. I want to try and stagger the branches going up. I don't want them directly opposite bar branch. But I'm also looking at the top of the tree, which worked out really well how I cut it. It's worked out perfectly. So, but there's just too many branches. I think this one needs to go. I'll retain this one, and it's on the external in a good position away from here. So it's already looking a lot better. That one can stay. Now I'll keep this one there's a 4 branches here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Too many. Now I need to be mindful of the future crown of the tree. I only need 1 here. Same again, I don't want to see a scar, so I'll get rid of that one. I'm thinking of keeping this one and maybe this one, because then if I take that, I've got plenty of scars, but I'm trying to minimize them. So I might definitely keep that one, the flow, and then deciding on which ones I'll keep here. I might keep another branch. I might just take the middle one out, and instead of, I can always remove one of those later, but at the moment, let's have a look. Alright, moving around with the camera. So there's the base. I'm going to get rid of that. Working my way up the branches. I think there might be just 1 too many here in this section. I know it's going to swell. I'm mindful of creating the crown in the future. What would you do? Which one? Would you leave them? Would you take the front one, the back one, or the middle one? Which one of them? Or leave it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it, and always the options there to remove it later. So if I'm looking at the front of the tree, this one almost hides behind. This one can be moved up in that position, is an option. And same as that could be moved that way, but that looks a bit silly. So that one could be with wire moved into place there and there. You know what? That one. It's going to go. I can move branches around, but I don't want 3. Okay, how's that looking? Heaps better. I'll put some wire on these so they can be placed into position further, like that. Not too bad. Alright, if you like what you're seeing, look, this is just a record for me to keep in my trees. I'm not trying to show you the best way to do things. It's just me working on my trees. It gives me a really good record of where they've come from, and hopefully they'll develop into bonsai trees one day.